Welcome to this mobility and yoga fusion flow. Today we're working the pancake, a lot of hip mobility. When you're ready, meet me on your mat. First, I'm going to introduce you a concept that we're going to be using in the pancake itself. And before that, and these are pelvic tilts coming onto your back. Try to really arch your spine as you're making a rainbow, separating your lower back from the mat, and then flatten it, tucking the tailbone in. A few more times. This is the move that we're going to be using in order to get our hips go past their limit point and start getting closer to the ground. Come back to seated. Sitting with your feet in front of you, knees towards the sky, beginning to warm up the hips with 90-90. Drop the knees to one side, come up, turn your body towards the front leg, and slow and with control. First the back leg, the other one follows, hands behind you. Find the pelvic tilts we just did, and then start with the leg that you're going towards, dropping the back leg, coming up, and reverse, starting with the back leg, the other one, and pelvic tilts. Try to move slow and with the intention to feel a nice warm sensation in the hip socket. And remember to add the pelvic tilt in the middle. Moving towards the end of this drill, wherever you are. And finish. Coming to tabletop, make it a little bit wider and find hip circles. Three in one direction and in the other. Shorten your tabletop, cat and cow, or whatever spinal moves you want to warm up the spine. Even though the hips are our primary focus of this flow, it's still nice to give love to the rest of the body. So it's a full practice. Find stillness in tabletop. Starting with the right foot, take it outside of the mat, internal rotation to the knee. Lift the knee, toes and knee face towards the outside, and you're in this mini warrior position, looking like this. Push your hips back, sit on your heel, push the knee towards the ground behind you, and move forward into a cobra, knee on the ground, foot on the ground, push the hip down to find opening in your hip joint. And two more like that. Keep the body low as if you're in a child's pose. And maybe even use your right hand to push the right knee, deepening the stretch. And walk forward to your cobra. Press the hips down. If you feel pinching your lower back. Soften the back bend, maybe come onto your elbows. And pushing one last time. Hips towards heel. Right hand on right knee. Pushing. And walk into your cobra. Coming to tabletop, both knees together, adjust as you need. And we're doing the other side. Left foot steps outside of the mat. Lift the knee. Foot is more or less on the level of the right knee. Pushing back. Take it easy that first time you visit this pose. And walk forward. Cobra. Slide the knee away from you. And back. If you wish, add a twist, left hand on left knee. And moving towards your cobra. Be gentle with your lower back if you're feeling a pinch there. And one last, keeping the body low. Coming onto the outer edge of that left foot. And one last cobra. Coming into your tabletop position. Find a few hip circles or whatever move helps you reset after this deep initial stretch we did. And let's work on internal rotation. Although Pancake is very much external, we don't want to lean too far in one extreme and neglect the other. So taking your left foot outside of the mat, finding this inner rotation, come back to center, and the other side. Your torso is still, core is braced. Nothing else moves but your thigh, your leg. Starting with both feet at the same time, you'll notice that you cannot go as deep. That's okay. We're still doing a lot of work. Open the feet wider than your mat. Tuck the toes and start lifting the knees and the hips out of the mat. Finding this wide-legged down dog. Push your hips towards the sky, stretching the back of your legs. And we're going to return, coming onto your toes, bringing the knees towards the midline, tap the mat, tabletop. 2 more times. Feet wide, tuck the toes, lift the knees, down dog. Coming onto the toes, knees together on the mat, and only then bring the feet together. One last. And bring both feet on the mat for your regular down dog. Either pedal with the legs, find some spinal waves, have a moment of free flow. Find stillness in down dog. Ground into the left foot, right leg towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Heel to glute and find 3 hip circles in one direction. Draw the widest circle that you can with your knee. Move your right knee towards your right elbow and step the right foot outside of the right hand for your lizard pose. Find some nice movement here, maybe back and forth, maybe the knees on or off the ground. Twisting the torso. Push the hips back, extend the right leg, half split. Take both hands on the inside of the right leg and walk them a little bit towards the left, maybe off the mat, and stretch your body over the mat. Try to stay static with your hips so they are not coming together with your hands as much. Bring back the hands on the mat and walk the right foot between your hands. Bring the back left knee off the mat. Now we're going to find some active pigeon. So you're going to take your right knee under your right armpit, coming into the outer edge of the right foot, knee pointing towards the side and back. Do 5 of those in your own pace. It's very important that your knee passes under your armpit. And if you're struggling with that, just do what you can. Put your hands on blocks. And find center. Shorten your stance. Whole left foot is on the ground. Pyramid pose, either with your whole right foot grounded or lifting the toes, staying onto your heel. Take this left hip and square it towards the ground. Going back into your down dog, ground the hands, bring the feet together. And finding the other side, grounding the right leg, left leg towards the sky, heel to glute, open the hip. 3 super wide circles in one direction. And reverse. Try to keep your shoulders static so they don't move together with your hip. And once you're ready, left knee to left elbow, left foot steps on the outside of the left hand, and find same or different intuitive movement here. Dropping your back right knee when you're ready and extend into your half split. Both hands are on the inside of the left leg, starting to walk towards the right and outside of the mat. Walk them a bit further and lean low. We're starting to open the backs of our legs. It's not only inner thighs that need to stretch. It's also our hamstring and calves that make the pancake possible. Coming into your lizard, taking the foot between the hands, lift the back knee and start dropping the knee outside of the mat, coming on the outer edge of the left foot and return. 5 in total. Ground the left foot. Right leg comes closer for pyramid, squaring the hips and finding that left leg stretch. Stepping back into your down dog, we're going to repeat the same flow and we're going to add on. Grounding the left foot, taking the right leg towards the sky, opening the hip, and finding 3 hip circles. Do not compromise the circle. Go as wide as you can, like there is a prize for the widest circle. And then right knee to right elbow, right foot steps on on the outside of the right hand, finding your lizard. Now take that back knee off the ground and spend some time rocking back and forth here, maybe coming onto your elbows. Wherever you are, find the twist, right hand towards the sky. Coming onto your hands, if you are on your elbows, push your hips back towards half split and the hands walk the opposite direction. Return to your low lunge with the right foot now between your hands. Lift that back knee and find your active pigeon. Coming onto the outer edge, flexing the right foot 5 times. Shorten your stance, pyramid pose. If you want to add an extra challenge, maybe take the hands off the ground, squeeze your shoulder blades behind, active pyramid. Ground the whole right foot, come up, adjust your feet to come to warrior 2. This is a great pose to open the groin, the inner thigh, strengthen that area. Hands on your hips and do a few funky hip circles here. Stillness, right hand onto your right thigh, push your knee as far as you can above your feet and a little bit towards the outside so you can still see your toe. Come back, 2 more. Try not to lift your heel off the ground and warrior 2. Extend the right leg, keeping the torso upright and only then bring it above your right leg. Bring the torso up. Warrior 2, 2 more times. Keep the torso facing up to really get into the inner thigh stretch. 1 last and stay. Torso up, rebend the right knee and adjust yourself to find goddess pose. Find a few sways from side to side, pushing the knees out. Again, amazing for stretching and strengthening the inner thighs at the same time. Find stillness in the center. Push towards the left knee until you manage to extend the right one. Center and the other side. 1 more time each side. Goddess pose. Extend the knees. Point the toes to face forward and find the forward fold. Bend the left knee, take your torso and hands over the right leg. Grab your right ankle and start pulling yourself towards the shin. And switch. Bending the right knee. Walk to the center, both knees are extended. And start taking your hands towards the front of the mat. I'm going to switch so I don't give you my back. Finding your down dog. We're going to do the flow on the other side before we attempt our pancake. Ground the right leg, left leg towards the sky. Open the hip. And hip circles. This is the last time we do these hip circles, so maybe that motivates you to give your best. And when the circles are ready, stepping into your lizard, left foot on the outside of the left hand. Coming onto your elbows. And maybe finding a twist. Back to your lizard. Drop your back right knee if it was off the mat. Half split with the hands long and away towards the right. Return to your low lunge, lizard. Foot between the hands. Bring the back knee off the mat. 5 times active pigeon. Ground that left foot. Shorten the stance for your pyramid pose. Find stability and square hips before and if you attempt to lift the hands off the mat. Bring the left foot on the ground if it was lifted, coming with your torso up and just to warrior two. Push the knee out, make sure you see your left toe. Left hand on left thigh. First, hip circles. Hands on the hips, find a few hip circles. And the other direction. And now, left hand on left thigh. Push as far as you can while keeping the heel on the ground. 3 times in total. Back to warrior two. Extend your left knee, keeping your torso facing forward, and start leaning over the left leg. Reverse, warrior two. Extend, triangle. One last. And this time stay in triangle. Search for the sensation in your inner thigh more than the depth and chasing the ground. Coming with your torso up and coming to goddess. Finding these shifts again, straightening the left knee, pushing to your right knee and the other side. One more time on each side. Straighten the legs, adjust the toes, and wide-legged forward fold. You can grab your ankles, pull yourself even deeper, or whatever works for you to find length into your back, the backs of the legs. Bend your left knee, grab your right ankle, pull yourself over the right leg. And the other side. Come to center and walk your hands to the front of your mat, down dog. Drop your knees on the ground and sit on your mat. Now it's time to try our pancake. It is quite an intense stretch, and it is a stretch in a part of our body, our inner thighs, that is used to be in a very similar positions, normally sitting, legs together. So don't get discouraged if it feels challenging the first times you attempt it. If it really pulls you and you cannot stay with your back upright, feel free to sit on a cushion, block, anything that is gonna elevate your hips off the ground. So find your wide-legged seat. Don't go to 150%. Make sure you're comfortable and you can stay upright as much as you can, finding that curve in your lower back. We're going to start with side bends. So taking the right hand towards the left leg and your left elbow is inside of your left thigh to turn your torso towards the sky. If the foot is anywhere close, you can grab it, but it's not a requirement. Keep your right hip on the ground. Center, right elbow on the inside of your right thigh. Reach towards the right foot. Center. We're doing that one more time. Try to bring awareness into the legs. Toes are facing towards you, so feet are flexed and really pushing the heels away from you. So left elbow on the inside of your left thigh. Center, the other side. Center. We're going to attempt bringing our chest towards the ground while we keep our back straight. So that's very important here. One thing that can help you is keeping your hands behind you, squeezing the shoulder blades behind, or even holding onto opposite elbows. And start taking the chest, the collarbones, not the chin, but this area towards the ground. Staying active and come back up. We're not searching again as much depth, but really finding control in the stretch. Remain static as far as you can towards the ground. And come back up. Something I forgot to mention were the pelvis tilts that we did in the beginning. So hands behind you, push your hips forward and then curl the back. That's easy. Push forward and curl back. Push forward, curl back, push forward, staying in this position and start moving the chest down. I hope this made a difference for you. This is really one of the secrets for the pancake. And when you can't hold it anymore, support yourself with your hands on the ground. Toes are facing up towards the sky. And breathe. Feel free to come out of the pose at any moment you feel that it's reaching your limit and you're not comfortable in it. Take a deep breath. If you are out of it, maybe attempt again or just call it a day. We're gonna spend a few more moments in this pose, breathing and relaxing, letting the nervous system feel safe. If you feel like you can't breathe and you're fighting for your life in your current rage, back off. Because the deep breath is really what lets the body relax into the pose. Tailbone facing back. If you feel like that's hard for you, again, back off and find an angle where you can find that pelvic tilt we practiced. If you manage to hold until now, coming back to center, bring your legs together, just shake them. If you wanna play a little bit more with this pose, feel free to pause the video and repeat the sequence we did in the pancake with the side bends and the pulses back and forth. Otherwise, join me for our cool down, taking your right knee to chest, left leg is extended, right foot on the outside of the leg, either bending the left leg or keeping it straight, arms up, and find the twist. Use your left elbow to really push your knee towards the opposite direction to stretch that outer hip. Return to center, extend first the bottom leg if you had it bent, and switch. This twist, except being amazing for the spine, can be really good in working the outer hip and the glute and undoing, finding balance a little bit in all these openings and rotations that we just did. Coming back to center. Last pigeon pose. Starting in 1990, we're going to do it a little bit different today. Starting in 1990, that we started the class with, keeping your front knee in 90 degrees, remaining as upright as you can, and shimmering the back leg towards a straight position as far as you can without compromising the front leg and remaining upright. So we're sitting on our right glute, right knee, right shin, everything is on the ground. And the back leg is as far straight as comfortable. This left hip is also trying to point to the ground to get deep in the stretch. And if this is not comfortable for you, you don't get what I'm guiding, just go into your classic pigeon if it gives you the glute stretch that you need. And release, switching sides. If you liked what I did, start in your 1990. Focus on keeping the front leg in this 90 degrees, shin parallel to the front of the mat, and extend the back leg as much as comfortable. Maybe grabbing the right hip and pushing it a little bit closer to the ground. And release. Finding your cross-leg position. Closing your eyes, back upright. If this is a moment for you to find Shavasana, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. If you liked what I was teaching, you can find more practices like that in my Splits plus Hips Flexibility program. Link is down below. And make sure to like, follow, subscribe for more content like that. See you next time.